He's invited to the octagon, etc. Back and forth. He's kept your name going with this whole thing. You kind of eased off him a little bit. The Twitter trolls aren't letting off, obviously.
Oh, it's not gonna. They don't, when you have 14 followers, what else are you gonna do? Besides troll people.
Is that the fight? Like, you look kind of pretty much in shape.
Yeah,
are you staying fresh just in case?
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to get fat for being on the air either, but yeah, I mean, I don't know. I was just giving that saying in that interview. They pay him more money to do boxing. You're gonna keep more of a percentage of the promotion to the boxing. You're the one that said it was so easy. You're giving concussions, you're giving pretend concussions, you're scoring pretend knockdowns. You're doing all this, and this is the one that pays you more, multiple times more. This is the one that pays you. It's not, and you'll never get another Mayweather fight. Nothing will ever be Mayweather money. But considering what's left, your options, you're the one giving concussions here. Why would you rather take a tough MMA fight instead of coming to the boxing ring where's the guy you did so easily? You know what I mean? And you were giving concussions with 16-ounce gloves and headgears. Why? It was so easy. Why wouldn't you go get that money?
You're on the record. You said you stopped him. Absolutely.
Yeah,
You stopped him in a boxing match.
I would have stopped him that day if I was in shape. If I was in shape, I had to ease off him. I was tired, and in the last 2 rounds, he actually won. He doesn't even get the balls. If I'm in shape that day, he doesn't even have the balls to come out of pocket like that on 11 and 12. He stays right in my pocket, and he continues to fold like he was folding. I didn't have the energy to stay on him. He would have got stopped that day in the gym, and that's what 16-ounce gloves are hanging you. Not because I hit so hard, right? Punches are punches though, and when you got no balls, you don't like getting beat up. You know what I mean? Because you still got to spend a certain amount of time in the ring to not get stopped. You still have to get the distance and not get stopped. So, of course I stopped him. 8-ounce gloves, no headgears. Forget about the fact that obviously the punches hurt more and you can do more damage and whatnot. It's also, the assault. It's going to be an assault, and he doesn't like to be assaulted. He has no balls.
So you went on record calling him a pussy. Can you just kind of elaborate on that?
I mean, what is
He won't take an actual boxing match.
What is a pussy? What is your definition of a pussy? It's pretty relevant, right? I mean, listen, it's like he's the one that did all the talking, not me. I did all the talking after I had to defend myself, and at that point, if you're a man, you got to stand. I don't know, man. This is the way where I come from. I'm sure if any of you guys were raised in a place where men had to be men. You back up your word, especially when it's being questioned. You back up your word. You back up what you say. You put actions behind your words. Definitely, you don't lie. And if you don't think you're lying, and people think you're lying, then you go out and prove it. Especially when they're gonna pay you what they're gonna pay you for fighting me, which they're gonna pay you more than for fighting any other MMA fight. So again, I mean, common sense will win here if you use common sense. He's giving concussions, pretend concussions. He's scoring pretend knockdowns. He's winning pretend rounds. Against a guy who they're gonna pay him multiple times more than they'll pay him against any other MMA fighter that he's gonna have to fight. And he's not gonna do it, and he's gonna tell me he'd rather go into MMA. He's gonna try to call me out into MMA. Bro, there's no Ali Act in MMA. How would you rather get ass raped by Dana White the way he ass rapes you? Because we know you don't even keep anywhere near the 100 million. Okay, how would you rather get ass raped by Dana with no Ali Act in the octagon instead of coming to boxing and fighting me and keeping at least a better percentage of your money? You know what I'm saying? Like, I find that it baffles me. If you're the one who got the better of everything and you're the one who's giving all these pretend concussions and pretend knockdowns and whatnot, I mean, I don't know. It would be like common sense to me. You know what I mean? There's no such thing as extra money. I don't want to hear about he just made this money because he got raped for half of it anyway. You know what I mean? So and just, even if he has a nice amount of money, there's no such thing as extra money. I'm always trying to get mine. I live very well. I'm not trying to stop making money. You know what I'm saying? So everybody's always trying to stay ambition filled and trying to make money. So why would you rather take the lesser fights? And so I don't know. I don't even have to explain this. If anybody has any common sense, they'll understand it. But we're here.
Did it ease your mind a little bit that on the MMA Hour with Ariel, Joe Cortez did say that it wasn't a knockdown?
Joe Cortez has to keep it down the middle because he got paid for Conor and he wants to get paid again by Conor. They had him on a salary. Joe Cortez has to stop short of saying Paulie beat the fuck out of the guy. You know what I mean? Otherwise, he'll never get hired by him again. You know what I'm saying? So Joe Cortez wants to give you enough to say, listen, it wasn't what Conor said. But Joe Cortez also can't say Paulie beat the life out of him either. You know what I'm saying? Because because as long as I had my win there, I was beating him. You know what I mean? The guy, it wasn't even hard. It was. I was surprised when I got to like 8, 9, and 10. You know what I mean? Because I was expecting I didn't even be able to do the round. You know what I mean? Like it was that easy. So of course I'm gonna get tired at the end. You're gonna get your shots. It's funny because after 10, I was pretty tired, and I think I've said it a couple minutes ago. I'm pretty tired, and I thought to myself, I'm pretty satisfied with the 10 rounds I just gave. This guy wants 12. I said, if I get out right now, this guy's clown enough to say that, to go around telling people that I didn't finish the last 2 rounds. I stopped me in the gym. So let me just give him these last 2 rounds. What's the worst that could happen? Well, the worst that could happen is he made his highlight reel out of the last 2 rounds. But it's funny because if you look at his on Twitter, he put a picture of him behind Mayweather when Mayweather was ducking and saying something like boxing's a mad game. He still thinks he's making highlight reel. He forgot the whole world watched the fight. He forgot that this wasn't in the gym and nobody watched it. He forgot that everybody watched the fight. So I don't know what you're putting up pictures and making highlights out of.
That's kind of what he tried to do with you.
That's what he did with me. He got away with it with me. But I think in the moment he pressed send on Twitter that time, he forgot that the whole world already saw that fight. It wasn't in the gym when he could hide it.
I gotta ask, and I've seen you talk about this on Twitter with your fans. There's this debate going on what a real fight is, and people saying that MMA is closer to a real fight than a boxing match. And I've heard you go on, saying that
I'll tell you this.
Somebody pulls out a gun, that's a real fight.
A real fight has no rules.
Real fight has no rules.
A real fight has no. So a real fight is you can do anything you want. It's a real fight. I mean, I never saw anybody call timeout or a round end in the street, or somebody call timeout in the street, or somebody pulling out a stick or a bat or something saying, "Oh, you can't do that. It's against the rules." And I've still yet to see that street fight. That particular street fight, I've still yet to see it. If I see it, I'll let you guys know. But that particular street fight, I'll let you guys know, because where I come from, you're gonna tell me what Conor McGregor do, bro. Conor McGregor in Bensonhurst, Brooklyn, when I grew up, bro, the lead pipes he would have took. Are you kidding me? Get the fuck out of here. You want to go do your karate or somewhere up in Tiger Showman. Get the fuck out of here, bro. You need to talk about street fights.
Does he come from a well-to-do family, you think?
Yeah, he does. When you have the option to sit on your parents' couch and then pick up welfare checks, you didn't suffer. And also, the ring or the octagon, it will prove what suffering you went through in life. I always use this analogy. If you went through a lot in life, you went through something tough in life, and ass whipping is not the worst thing in the world. And ass whipping is really not that bad. Obviously for fighters, we're more used to taking than the regular people, but an ass whipping is not that bad to take. Tough moments, difficult moments, you have to try to fight through and maybe start dishing the ass whipping back when you get your ass kicked. There's moments people go through that in fights. To always want to jump out every time it gets tough, when you see a fighter doing that, you have to start questioning how he was raised. You have to start questioning how bad did he really have it. Because if you had it that bad, an ass whipping's never that bad. Never, ever, ever. If you had it that bad, an ass whipping's never. So anytime you see a fighter try to talk about where he came from, it was so difficult and all this stuff, and then as soon as he gets tough, he's looking at the first window to jump out of, like Conor and certain other people. Then you start to question how bad did he really have it.
Did he even have the skills of a pro boxer, or was he just like somebody come off the street?
No, he literally just tried to do his karate in the ring. It was basically like he tried to do his karate without kicks. That's basically what it was.
Is it bizarre kind of face?
Yeah, I remember the first time I came out to spar him, he came out, this was his stance, no joke. The boxing gloves on, he got out like, he gave me one of these. And I was like, what the fuck is this guy doing? I was like, I stepped back, I was like, is he gonna try to take me down? I was like, what's this guy doing right now? So I mean, I don't know, he can't spell fight, though. Come on. I mean, listen, he's pretty good in the octagon, but it's only until you press him even in the octagon. When you have no balls, you have no balls in all facets of your life. It's not just in the ring. If you have no balls, you have no balls. You know what I mean? They're just gonna have balls in the octagon, but you're not gonna have them in the ring. No, it doesn't work that way. It's just to get him to a point of suffering in the octagon, he has some skills. So you gotta push him there. It takes a little more to push him there. In the boxing ring where he sucks, it's not that difficult to get him to the point where he's gotta show some character, and he'll never have that.
Does it bother you that somebody that doesn't have that talent and doesn't have balls, like you say, is getting paid the way he is, and a real fighter like yourself or other real fighters?
No. I never count on people's money. And that's never what bothered me. It's all about business, and I understand money doesn't grow on trees, and it generates money, then people are going to get paid. That never bothered me because I live fine. Listen, if I was maybe dirt poor in the street or something like that, and I'm like, man, I wish they could have gave me that chance. Dude, I have millions. I'm worth millions in terms of assets and money. I'm fine. You know what I'm saying? So I'm never going to go just try to try to look at somebody else and what they have and say, oh man, I deserve that. I don't care about that. You know, as long as I'm paying my bills. Because at one time in my life, I really couldn't pay my bills. I'm not Conor McGregor status, like literally, like I had to go in from house to house. You know what I mean? So like, then when you all of a sudden you're paying your bills and you're paying your bills comfortably, you're happy. You know what I mean? You have a comfortable good life. You're happy. So I would never like care about what somebody else's money is or what they got in their bank account or where they get paid. I was always about getting mine, and this is obviously about getting more than getting mine. This was obviously about just, you know, being a man about what you said you did.
I told you that we'll get those intentions when I saw you in Long Island.
Yes.
And I was suspicious about that from the jump.
Yeah, but I mean, even I couldn't picture that. You know what I mean? Like, I thought what was the worst was gonna happen. He's not gonna like me. He's gonna try to fight, make it a fight. Like, I love all these MMA fans. So you should have known it was gonna be a fight. But you know the sparring we do, the sparring we do in gyms. That wasn't even like one of the top 1,000 difficult sparrings I've had in my life.
Old school pieces, right?
Yeah, dude. I mean, that was like a different level of sparring in those days, man. Even the wild card days when I was a wild card, bro. This guy would have get eaten alive. He put him on those gyms. Are you kidding me? This guy sucks. And he, like I said, he's got no balls, bro. You know what I mean? Then on the West Coast, he used to spar 14-ounce gloves, and he got some good hard punchers in there too, man. I tell you, bro, they start dropping the weight of the gloves. This guy couldn't even punch with eights, bro. He couldn't even punch with eights. And I'll tell you why he couldn't punch with eights. Because he's pulling back as he's countering. Because that uppercut that he hits Mayweather with, he's supposed to hurt him. But you know why he doesn't hurt him? Because he's already stepping back as he's throwing it. Because he has no balls. Because the counter punching takes balls. You have to hold your ground.
Right?
You have to hold your ground counter punching. If you don't hold your ground, you get nothing on the shot.
He slapped like a girl?
Yeah, he slapped like a girl. He even winks like a girl when you hit him with a body. But the problem is he has no balls. Even like people are like, oh man, because I was in there. I was like, why does this guy not hit hard? And everybody says he's hit so hard. Why is he not hitting hard? Because you start watching him. He has no balls. You have to actually have the balls to stay in there. A real fight is maybe MMA. It's maybe this. It's maybe this. Whatever you think it is, mano a mano boxing. That's why people die in this shit, bro. It's all strikes, bro. It's old school mano a mano. Go and do it. Go and handle yours. You know what I mean? But you gotta have balls. You can't grab and hold and kill time. You can't go you can't lock them up in a guard. And I'm not disrespecting MMA fighters because there's a lot you can do in the guard. But what I'm saying is you have less options to kill time in a boxing fight than you do in a mixed martial arts fight. There's various methods of killing time in a mixed martial arts fight, you know? Even though it's difficult as well, of course. But, you know, this guy is like, I don't know, bro. There's plenty for I don't even know what else to say. You know? I don't know.
You could probably articulate this. I mean, me and you are both from New York. When a fight broke out on the playground, it was standing up. And if it went to the floor,